It's been a big question. What if the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes had won the Super Bowl 55, that is, in 2021? Personally, I don't think I don't like to dwell on some of those past or big what ifs or anything like that. But I think this is an important question, and we thank our viewer that posed this big question to us, because it is a big one indeed. There's a couple things we need to consider with this. The first is making sure you guys like and subscribe down below, leaving a like and a comment to help people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support you guys give us. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love all of you. But at the end of the day, it needs to come out. We need to move past the Super Bowl and look also, and these questions are always going to be brought up. So we can look at this question and say, what if Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs had won the Super Bowl? Number one, there's a couple things I think you take away from this. The biggest one, maybe Tom Brady considers retirement. Yeah, it could be a possibility. Now, underlier here, we have to remember the Kansas City Chiefs had won without their two best offensive linemen. We need to make sure we got that out of the way. But that would have been the most impressive thing. If they would have won without their two best offensive linemen, clearly they were going to be a team that nobody was going to beat. So let's get that out of the way right now. But the Kansas City Chiefs are, in my mind, in a much better position to do so, to win the Super Bowl and a rematch against the Buccaneers. We've been asking for it. If Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs had won the Super Bowl, question to me that arises, would they have went after Orlando Brown Jr.? Would they have traded for him? I don't know. I think you maybe they keep their tackles in Schwartz and Fisher. Maybe. Would they have gone after Joe Thuney? That is another question to ask. I don't think so. I think they keep the offensive line intact that they had. I think Joe Thuney goes to another team. I think Orlando Brown Jr. could still be with the Ravens. Big things to consider. But possibly on a bigger side note, there's really big things that come from this. We would already be talking about Tom Brady, again, potentially retiring, which I don't know. We would be talking about Patrick Mahomes, the passing of the torch moment. That's what we would be talking about. We would be talking about, okay, we had two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, or at least one of the greatest quarterback of all time going up against the younger version, and the younger version came out and won. We would have been talking about the passing of the torch moment. Because Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, I mean, he was already cemented as the best to ever do it, but now that this happened, I mean, could Patrick Mahomes ever catch him? Yes. I mean, if he gets him or beats him in the rematch, if there's a rematch this year, we'll see. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that would have changed, or that would be having a different conversation. Now, I also, I might have mentioned this already, but a couple years ago when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo missed that long ball, I believe off the top of my head it was to Deebo Samuel, we would be having a completely different conversation about Patrick Mahomes. We really would. We would. Because that pass completion, that touchdown, because it was going to be a touchdown. We're not debating that. That would have been the coffin. That would have been the nail in the coffin that did it. We would have been having a completely different discussion about Patrick Mahomes, who had played 3 quarters relatively awfully that entire Super Bowl until the fourth quarter he came alive. But at the end of the day, we'd be having completely different discussions if that long ball by Jimmy G had connected and went for a touchdown. But if the Kansas City Chiefs had won the Super Bowl, I think we would be having the NFL would be gearing up. I think more aggressive trades would have been made to get, again, guys like Orlando Brown Jr., who the Chiefs went out and got because they have something to prove this year. They want to prove something, that they're the baddest team in the AFC. But also, I think there's a lot of different things to look at. Joe Thuney, this team, and I think there would have been a lot more AFC teams going after it, because they, in the NFL, it's just kind of crazy how it ends up. But I don't think that the Chiefs would have been this aggressive had they won the Super Bowl, especially without their two best offensive tackles. And I think there's a lot of things that changes that. So at the end of the day, the Chiefs didn't win it, but I think they've got themselves certainly a shot this year. So I'm really excited to see what the Chiefs are going to do this year. So we'll have to see what happens. But if they would have won it, I think it would have drastically changed a lot of things, especially with how this offseason and draft would have unfolded. But let me know what you guys think. What if the Kansas City Chiefs had won Super Bowl 55 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support we've gotten. Wow, that's bad. We've gotten. We love all of you guys. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. So once again, make sure to check out in the description down below. We have all of our social media links down there. You guys want to follow us on one of our social media platforms, you find the links down in the description below. Check out our website at thesportsbeatpodcast.com. Give us a subscribe and listen also on iTunes. But with that, let us know what you guys think. What if the Kansas City Chiefs had won Super Bowl 55?